20 years ago in Spokane, Washington, we had a medical miracle, and that was deaf children got to hear. They received cochlear implants, a new technological device that would transmit sound to their brains. First ever, 3 years old, children getting to hear for the first time. That was the beginning of their journey. It didn't mean that they knew what all those sounds were. It didn't mean they were just going to start talking.
The technology was relatively new. It was the first time families were given an opportunity to choose between having their child receive a sign language education or trusting with this new technology that these devices could give them a chance to learn to listen and speak and participate in the hearing world. They had a lot to catch up on before they'd be ready to go to kindergarten. So when parents made that bold and brave decision to go forth with the surgery and implantation, and then the child comes home, now what? I don't think seeing an SLP once a week is going to cut it.
What we know about language in the brain is by age 5, that part of our brain slows down significantly. So we only have this short window of time with children to build their language foundation.
So I was an SLP, a speech language pathologist. Was just going to kind of look around for some opportunity. I really wanted to find something with early childhood education. About that time, I sat down with my friend Jan Johnston. She was telling me that, well, that's interesting because we're thinking about trying to put together a school.
When Hope first opened its preschool, it was located on the university campus in the speech clinic. Graduate students who were learning to become speech language pathologists had the opportunity to work with children with hearing loss. And so it was a great partnership.
We were sort of inventing it as we went. It was a very specialized program. We hired a certified teacher of the deaf and then myself as an SLP. And we started with 2 children with hearing loss and 1 normal hearing model. And that was our school. And they came originally 3 mornings a week, and then we advanced to 4 mornings a week, and then we added afternoons.
And then about 2015 was when children were starting to get implants much, much earlier. We realized that we needed to expand our services to better serve these kids a lot sooner than 3 years old. We're on Sprague Avenue now in a 5,000 square foot building. We have filled with our preschool programs, our toddler programs. We have a huge multi-purpose room where we bring families together regularly for trainings and also for networking, where they get to meet other parents on the similar journey. And now we're serving about 75 kids just in our community. So we went from 3 kids to 75 kids.
There's always a lot going on at Spokane HOPE, a lot.
It looks like a typical preschool, but our specialized teachers and speech therapists are providing what we call the Harvard experience. Every minute that the children are here is designed intentionally to build the auditory part of their brain.
The child now has access to sound for the first time. They can hear a dog bark. They can hear a bird sing, they can hear a fire truck. Well, then there's all these words coming out of their siblings' mouths and their parents' mouths. They have to learn to attach meaning to each and every one of those sounds.
So our early intervention team sees children 0 to 3. A lot of 0 to 3 intervention is parent coaching because we are with the kiddo an hour a week. Their parents are with them the rest of the time. And so they are that main service provider. We're essentially teaching them to be the therapist.
I have to be able to coach parents on how to help their child listen and how to help them, give them environments that are a nice environment for children to really hear and learn and grow.
They were able to answer all of our questions, really fill in the gaps. They connected us to resources, to different grants, other parents, other support groups. The services that Hope School provides are incredible.
They will then come to the preschool side, and our preschool services service children ages 3 to 5. We are teaching these kids what languages and all of those language nuances we need to be able to communicate.
Those all have to be taught to a child with hearing loss. It doesn't just put on a cochlear implant or put on a hearing aid and they understand all the sounds around them.
The big part of what we do is teach advocation, for our kids to be proud of their devices and proud of their hearing loss, and to be able to leave our program being able to say, these are my hearing aids, these are my cochlear implants, and they help me hear. I need these to hear.
We build within these children some pride that, I do have this special equipment, and that's who I am.
It's just nice to have someone that knows what you're going through, and and then you can help each other out.
And I think it's really important that they see that there are kids out there just like them.
Spokane HOPE is the only deaf and hard of hearing program in our community. We're it. And when a family finds out that their child has hearing loss, we are that safety net for them.
Hope matters because every child deserves to listen and talk. I think every child deserves a fair chance to play with their peers, to talk with their peers, to be able to communicate with their peers. I think every child deserves the opportunity to participate in our hearing world. And I think that's so important for these kids to have access to this sound while their brain is still growing.
If I didn't have support in school to get the extra accommodation, to get the auditory amplification that I had, the extra speech therapy, and all the extra help to learn, my life would have been very different. It would have been very difficult.
It's just such a special moment when you see a middle schooler or a high schooler that are doing what all the other kids are doing. They're wrestling, or they're playing on the football team, they're going to homecoming, or they're being very successful in their academics.
One of the things I enjoyed so much was seeing the alumni students come together and watching them chat and have small talk and have such great social skills. I mean, I'm in a conversation with two of my students who I think I potty trained. I've known them, since they were babies, and now they're in high school and they're successful young adults, and they're not held back by anything. They're conquering the world and they're gonna go far. I'm really happy about that. It makes me proud.
I'm thrilled that Spokane has the Hope School here in a small city that provides the services that I had growing up, and it's enabling all these other deaf children have a successful life. I like meeting parents with young children and showing them that kids can do whatever they want to do. I love being able to tell them that I had a similar upbringing and now I'm a physician.
We hope that our families leave knowing that they always have our support, they always can call on us.
There's nothing holding them back. There's nothing that makes them less qualified, less able to go after their dreams. It's really, the sky's the limit.
For children who live in our area who are deaf or hard of hearing, to be able to have access to services that HOPE provides is, quite literally a godsend. I can't express enough how important it is.
Just because you're deaf or hard of hearing doesn't mean you can't play sports or try to be the person you want to be. I never thought that I would play sports, but I'm hoping to be the next deaf NFL player.
I love what I do. I get to come to work every single day and know that I'm making a difference. I feel so grateful that I get to come in here and I get to help these kiddos make connections, make lifelong connections, make lifelong friendships, and help them find their place in the hearing world.
It's been a definite highlight of my life, being part of HOPE and working with the preschoolers and the birth to 3 families, and just a very unique and wonderful population.
Every day I get to watch the miracles that happen at HOPE, and I get to hear kids talking and laughing, expressing themselves. I get to hear parents incredibly grateful and in awe of what their child can do.
It's a miracle. Every day was a miracle watching them. You really fall in love with these children. And I now have seen firsthand what a difference it makes in their lives.